welcome back to my channel, Holly and Ash Tarot. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ash, and today's reading is going to be extremely fun. I really want to do this with you guys, and it is, how will my person act if I contacted them? Okay, so this is for people who are in no contact, all right? So if you're in contact with your person, but they're being kind of sketchy, you know, like, you can pick a card if one stands out to you, but I am going to read these cards as if you are 100% not in contact with your person. And yeah, before we start, I do want to remind you guys, this is a general reading, okay? I still constantly get comments on my videos like, oh, like, you know, like 2 of the cards like resonated with me, but the rest didn't. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I don't know what you want me to do about it. This is a YouTube reading for thousands of people who are going to watch it. And if you want a private reading, my email is down below. You can email me and I'll give you my tarot rates. However, just take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate with you, feel free to pick a different pile, or you can go watch another video, okay? So we have 3 cards here today, or piles rather, sorry. The first pile is this fox. He never really shows up well on camera for some reason. Second is this little dog. Third is this little corgi puzzle. You can see him better there. Maybe wearing a black shirt wasn't the best choice today. I'm going to pick with you guys, so I'm going to pick this pile, I think. But if you need some more time, please pause this video and then we'll get started. Also, a quick note, my dog Benny is sleeping in the background. Please don't let him scare you. Every once in a while I'll get comments like, oh my god, he scared me. Like, he's back there, he's sleeping, he's enjoying himself. Right now he's licking his paw. What are you doing? Oh, he's so sleepy. Okay. Alright, so keep that in mind, and we're going to get started with a pile number 1. Hello to you, my pile number 1s. Let's see how your person would react if you reached out to them, okay? So first, I want to start with the Ostara Tarot deck. Okay, we have an interesting mix of cards here. So first off, we have Knight of Swords in reverse. We have Queen of Swords. We have Knight of Cups in reverse. And then we have 6 of Swords. This energy for me is so contradicting. Like, this person can't make up their mind. I don't know how they will feel. Because for like, I know in like traditional tarot, like Knight of Swords is like seen as a communication card. For me in this deck, Knight of Swords is sort of like combating against somebody who like has like their name in your mouth, like doesn't have your best interest in mind. So because this is in reverse, I feel like if you do come forward to this person, they're not going to be very competitive about it. Like, I don't necessarily think they're going to be very happy about it, if I'm honest. But they're going to kind of like stand back and let you speak. Or they're just going to be very quiet about it, I feel like. But at the same time, we have Queen of Swords here. Okay. And so in this deck, Queen of Swords is all about speaking your mind, finding truth, I actually don't own a traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck, so I can only go off of what I remember from like other tarot videos to like compare the two. But basically, so I feel like this person, I still think they're mad at you. Whether or not they caused the separation or you caused the separation, they are upset about it. And they are thinking about it. And I feel like they've been kind of like going in their head, like kind of like arguing with you in their head and be like, oh, I should have said this, or like, I wish I said that. But I feel like they're going to kind of put that aside, like once you come forward, like, you know, it's like arguments that will never happen. You know what I mean? Like you get in the shower and you're like mad at somebody and like you don't know what to do with those feelings. So you just like, you like act them out in your head. You like imagine the fight. But I feel like this person maybe even thinks that like they're actually going to tell you these things. Sorry, I like shook the table. They think they're actually going to tell you these things, like they're planning on it, but then as soon as you come forward and talk to them, they're like, oh, never mind. Like, you know, you're just angry in the moment, but in general, like, you know, I feel like they do really like you. With this Queen of Swords, I feel like they just want to find the truth and they want to speak their own truth as well. But we have Knight of Cups in reverse here, okay? So I don't think they're going to offer you anything. Okay, not voluntarily. I think they're gonna wait for you to offer them something. So I'm getting the vibe that like, of course, like just take what resonates. And like it doesn't really matter whether you think they caused the separation or not, or if you caused it. But this person, they think you caused it, or they think that you don't think they're important enough, or perhaps the reason why somebody left was because like somebody wasn't doing enough in this situation, or they weren't paying enough attention, or like I feel like this person even kind of is like they felt like you treated like other people a little bit better, a little bit differently from them. So I feel like, you know, I feel like they're going to tell you about it though. But because of that, they want you to put in the effort of the relationship. Like they're not going to do it on their own. They're not. So here with the Six of Swords, I'm gonna have to look at my other cards, but I feel like this can go either way for some of you guys. Okay, so I know some of you aren't gonna like this, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. So if you try to fix a relationship with this person, then I think they're gonna accept it and they're gonna move on from whatever hurt this was and try to have a much happier future from you. But if you don't offer this and like you just talk to this person and then you leave and then you're like, well, if they want to be in my life, then they'll be in my life, then they're going to leave. Simple as that. Like they're going to leave. If you like don't acknowledge their self-worth or acknowledge that you want them still in your life, then they're just going to like fuck off, honestly. So let's look at your other cards. Okay, so we have Four of Visions here. And to me, like, this is somebody who, like, you know, they have a very wonderful and peaceful life, but they're very unhappy about something. Okay, I feel like this is kind of like just like how your person feels about the situation. Also, you know, you might be portraying on social media that you're doing better than you are actually doing. And this person sees that and they feel kind of rejected, okay? If you haven't, then that message is not for you, of course. But yeah, like I feel like they feel kind of rejected by you, or they feel kind of like left out or left alone from this relationship. So, you know, you might have been like they kind of feel like you're the reason why this kind of fell through. And I don't mean that to be harsh, but this just is like what this person is thinking right now, okay? It doesn't even necessarily mean that a week or two from now they're going to be thinking the same exact thing. I just think they're kind of in their head about it. They're kind of mad about it. They're like having mental fights about it. I definitely do think they're talking to their friends and family with the Council of Animals. And so even if you come forward, I feel like they're probably like I'm going to talk to a friend or something and be like, what should I do? I think they have actually been trying to gain some sort of clarification from people in their life, asking for advice. Also, if you have a group of friends, then perhaps, for some of you, they're leaning on somebody from your group of friends. That's not for all of you, for some of you. Because I feel like at the same time, they don't really want any word of it to get back to you. Like, they're just trying to figure out what's in their own head. I feel like they're really trying to like just make a wish, manifest something new, and like get over this connection, whether it's manifesting a new relationship with you or just manifesting new relationships in general. Here with the 9 of Vision, I feel like they're really putting it out in the universe that they're not feeling very well right now. They feel very down. They feel very upset. We also have Weaver of Spells here, okay? And for me, this card is also about manifestation. It's about transformation. It's about new beginnings. It's about gaining prosperity and wealth, and like I said, transformation. So again, this person's either waiting for your relationship to transform, or they're just going to leave and transform themselves, honestly. But either way, they know they need a transformation, and they're putting that out into the universe that something needs to change. I really do feel like there's probably a third party involved here with 10 of Visions. Okay, so it could be somebody who you're also friends with, or it's somebody they've been hanging out with a lot recently. Probably one of their other best friends. If this is a past lover you're asking about, I don't think they have a new love interest, but maybe you think they do. I'm not quite sure. But they're definitely asking somebody for advice about this connection. And I feel like also what they want is like, they want unity. They want a family, okay? They don't want somebody who's not going to like commit to them. It doesn't necessarily mean like they want to get married and have kids or whatever. Like this person could literally be anybody, by the way. It could be family member, friend. So, you know, they just want a sense of community. They want a sense of family with the people in their lives. And I think because one unicorn is kind of like sitting a little bit further away from them, and it's kind of like smaller and younger. You know, I feel like they think that like you're going to come back into the situation and you're going to come back into their family, but at the same time, it's kind of like you're always ready to run away, or like they think you're always ready to just like you can't get close for some reason. They feel like you can't get close. Whether that's true or not, this is what is in this person's head again. So I'm not saying this like you can't get close to anybody and you have bad relationships, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't mean that at all. You know, I genuinely mean like this person just feels like you're kind of distant from them. And they're like, why can't this person get close to me? Like, why can't this person be family to me? You know, this is too hot to drink. Okay. Moving on. Yeah, you guys have unfinished business for sure, but they think they're not going to get closure from you. Okay, because we have unfinished symphony in reverse. Unfinished symphony upright for me is kind of like knowing that you have loose ends that you need to tie up, that you need to sort of, you know, figure things out, get some kind of closure, but because it's in reverse, I feel like they just think, even if you two talk, they're not sure if the relationship will change. You know what I mean? So if you do come forward to this person, you really need to make sure like you're loud and clear, and like actions speak louder than words, but you still need to state it. And just be like, hey, like, you know, I'm willing to make this relationship something beautiful. This person is still very, very hurt, especially here with serendipity in reverse. I feel like they're really thinking about their past with you. They're thinking about the good memories. And I feel like they're also kind of sad because they know that even if the relationship transforms, then it's not going to be the same. And they're feeling kind of upset about that. Like, I definitely do feel like they feel a sense of loss and longing for whatever happened. But honestly, they feel like you're not going to go the distance. They feel like, just on the surface, okay, so this could have happened very recently, okay? Or it happened a very long time ago and there were just so many wounds that were not healed. But they're really going to challenge you to, like, meet up their, what do I want to say? Come on, Ash. They really want to challenge you to live up to their expectations. All right, so I feel like they're going to draw some boundaries and they're going to be like, okay, but you know, I need this in a relationship. And if you can't give that to me, then like, don't even waste my time. You know what I mean? Which is good, you know, just like be clear about what you want and they will be clear about what they want, because we did have that Queen of Swords energy. And then I think things will be okay. But we also have Yang here. So they have some masculine energy going on. So I feel like they probably do still have some kind of fresh wounds or frustrations with what has happened. Again, I just kind of feel like they're just like having fights with you in their mind. You know what I mean? I'm not saying any of this to scare you, because I do feel like this person actually does really like you, even if they're upset. I also feel like there might be some sexual energy here as well, okay? Or maybe this person just has a very masculine sort of energy to them. But I do feel like there definitely is still passion in this relationship, and they just want to get a hold of that passion, okay? But they feel like you're kind of fleeting. So they have a hard time like holding on to you. And they don't really like that. I think that kind of scares them a little bit. We also have Truth Be Told in reverse, okay? So I feel like this person might actually be closed off to you at first. Just to say your piece and they will say theirs. And so there might even be a break in between, and you might be like, what's going on with this person? Like, I thought, you know, like I tried to get them back. I talked to them about it. I thought everything was fine. I just think they're not ready to open up yet, honestly. So Truth Be Told is all about like listening to your intuition, knowing when it's time to do something, and it's in reverse. So I feel like the reason why they're not moving on quite yet, or like they're still dealing with this hurt, and because they haven't reached out to you, is because they just feel like it's not time yet, okay? They're just like working on things on their own time. And this is coming up right now because like I feel like they might be like, after you come forward to them, they might be like, okay, let me think about it for a little bit. And like, don't take that as rejection. This person just needs time. That's why they're going to their friends or family for help. Like, I really feel like they're just trying to figure it out. They're trying to sort out their own feelings. They're just having a lot of feelings about it. But it's all internal. They're not really showing it very much. I feel like they're only telling like very close friends. I feel like this person thinks you're very smart though, as we have the Genius card here. They think you're really smart. You probably have helped them grow a lot. You probably have helped them like see a different side of things. I also feel like both of you in this connection, when you two meet and talk about things, I feel like you both are going to discuss in length everything. And you're going to do it in a very, I don't want to say detached, but very logical way. Like you both aren't really going to let your feelings involved. You're going to be thinking about things very logically, and you're going to try to do them very fair that way. We also have routine. Okay, so you might have talked to this person like every single day. You may have lived with this person. You may have spent a lot of time with this person, and they feel like the ending of this connection, or the start of the no contact in this connection, has really kind of rocked up the routine. And they felt really unbalanced for quite a while, but I feel like they're just kind of starting to figure out how to get their footing again. And they're just starting to get into a new routine. So I think when you come back, you're kind of like, you're going to kind of throw them off a little bit again. And so they might be a little closed off. but I feel like they kind of just accepted the way things have happened because we have mystery here. Okay. I think they know life is a mystery. I do think they feel like you will eventually come back to them. But they're just kind of focused on themselves right now. I feel like they're kind of focusing on other things. They do understand that this no contact probably has happened for a reason. And they're just kind of like giving it to the universe, like letting the universe deal with it, especially here with this 7 of Visions card with the coin dropping into the well. I think they're like, they're releasing their wants and needs to the universe, and they're like, this is what I want. This is what I'm hopeful for. These are my wishes. Bring it to me or don't. You know what I mean? Like, life is a mystery. We'll see. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. Please comment down below and tell me what you think, because your feedback is very important to me. Also, I would like to remind you guys that I do have personal readings. So email me down below and I will send you my price list. I have been getting such a huge flood of emails recently, so if I don't reply to you right away, please don't freak out. I will get to your email as soon as I can, okay? All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye. Hello to those of you who picked pile number 2. This is the pile I also picked, so low-key nervous, but I promise I won't project or anything. So let's see how your person would react if you reach out to them. Okay, so I want to start. You guys got a lot of tarot cards, like holy heck. I'm going to start with these. Wowza, okay. Okay, there's so many energies here. Hold on a second. All right, so to start off, we have the Empress. We have the Fool in reverse. So right off the bat, I think they are going to be on their guard. We have Ace of Cups in reverse. We have 5 of Swords. We have Temperance. We have Page of Pentacles in reverse. And we have Page of Wands. Okay, so to start off with the Empress, I feel like this person is going to like want to do things kind of traditionally. They're going to want to talk things out, I feel like. But I also kind of feel like they just want to do it on their own terms for some reason. Like they feel very guarded about it. I also feel like they feel kind of silly, okay? Like they feel like okay, I think I figured it out. So I think they're going to act very diplomatic. I think they're going to act like it's a very serious issue, even if it's not. Like, I feel like what happened between you two, you might have felt like was kind of like immature or kind of silly. But I feel like they're just going to be like very, okay, you tell your side, I'll tell my side. We're not going to play any blame games. We're just going to explain our feelings, and then we're going to kind of go from there. Because I also feel like the Empress is very fair, okay? Like, I know in traditional tarot, you see her with a white column and a black column, and she's sitting in the middle, right? So, you know, she's somebody who really weighs like the good and the bad, you know, the yin and the yang. So I feel like this person is going to be like, okay, like we'll figure out what's fair. And in this card, she is also holding a flower that is blooming. So I also feel like your person will be considering whatever you say in hopes that you will have a new relationship. But I feel like at the same time, they're going to be a little guarded or a little suspicious because we had the Fool in reverse. So I feel like they're going to be kind of hesitating a little bit. They're not going to be quite sure. Excuse me. I just drank some tea. They're not going to be quite sure at first. I feel like they're going to be kind of cautious. But I also feel like they kind of feel ashamed about something, okay? They might feel ashamed about what has happened. With the Ace of Cups in reverse, I feel like perhaps they've been drinking alcohol or going out and partying to kind of deal with whatever has happened. But also I feel like they think they just kind of like messed up. Like they were like playing around a little too much, or they were just being a little too immature. They weren't really paying attention to others. They were just kind of like focusing on themselves a little too much. Okay, so this could have been somebody who like I feel like if they're the reason there's no contact, then they definitely know that and they're definitely thinking about that, okay? Because we have 5 of Swords here. All right, so I feel like they're kind of beating themselves up about it. They're kind of beating themselves up about it. They're feeling very frustrated about it. And I feel like they're also feeling kind of ashamed of themselves, but I don't think they're going to like really admit that, you know? I feel like these are just feelings that they're just harboring for themselves and they're not really releasing themselves from it, okay? So this also, to me, says that despite feeling bad, they're also not really taking responsibility for it. And so that might be why this energy is coming up. So they might just, I honestly think if you come forward, they're going to act like the problem was equal, even if it wasn't. Because I feel like, honestly, for a lot of you, it was probably this person. Or it could have been flipped. You could have been the one that was like kind of immature or kind of selfish. But I feel like they're going to kind of play that off and be like, well, you did this, you know? But at the same time, I still feel like they would consider having a relationship with you because we have the Temperance card here. Okay, and I feel like this person feels a bond to you. They feel very connected to you. They feel like, you know, you're meant to be in their life. They feel like Spirit brought you into their life for a reason. And they just kind of need to get over themselves. And they need to kind of let go and just be like accepting, loving. They need to open up their heart space a little bit more. Because they know it's kind of like their job to nurture this relationship back. With a Page of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like this person has been feeling very lonely. Okay? I feel like they've been feeling very lonely. Like they're in a group of people and they're not getting recognized. I feel like they are, they've been waiting for like their clarity, their emotional clarity, their spiritual clarity about the situation, and it didn't really come. I also feel like they're watching you here with the Page of Wands. I feel like they're kind of like sneaking around watching you. I feel like they're just trying to figure out if you're mad at them or not, or if you feel bad about them. But like, I definitely don't, I feel like, I don't think they're talking to anybody about you because maybe they know what they did was like pretty wrong. So, and if it wasn't this person that caused the situation, if this doesn't sound like your situation, then please go pick another pile. But for most of you, I think you feel like this person caused the situation and they feel like it too. Even if they didn't, maybe they just think they caused the situation and that's why they're beating themselves up. Maybe that's why they haven't come forward with anything. But I also feel like, again, like similar to pile number 2, I feel like online they're acting like nothing has happened. They're having a good time. They're going out to parties. They're socializing. They're making new friends. They're meeting new lovers. Things like that. But in reality, it's not like that. They're just kind of like, again, like they're just feeling lonely. They're feeling left out. They're thinking about you quite a bit. And they're kind of like, Okay, their life is paused right now because of their own thoughts. All right, they can't gain any self-clarity. And they're also not really owning up to whatever has happened. So they're kind of stuck right now. They're feeling kind of stuck. And I feel like they feel like they're going to be left behind by everybody. Okay, they also may think that you're doing a lot better than you are, because I actually did put the Ace of Cups in reverse right above the Page of Wands. So I do feel like they are kind of lurking on whatever social media they can find of yours, or they're asking friends about you, things like that. And they think like, oh, I can't believe this person is like going out and they're like leaving me behind and this and that. So that might also come out if you approach this person. Let's look at your other cards. Sorry guys, I'm like shrugging my shoulders and stuff because like I slept on my neck and it hurts so bad. I slept on my neck wrong. So I don't read reversals in this deck, so I'm gonna flip these cards over. Okay, yeah, you know, this person, like, they realize they need to figure out how to balance you and their life together. I think they're starting to kind of like realize that, I'm gonna put this over this card. I think they're starting to realize that you can't just have relationships and then like fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's what this person has done. Like, I feel like they have friendships and then they like don't talk to you for like a week or like a month, and then they come back expecting you to be friends, or like they just kind of like put everything else before you, or you know, something like that. And it just didn't work out. Like, they weren't paying enough attention to you. They weren't being very fair to you. And I think now I think they definitely realize that, and they definitely realize that they need to balance you and the rest of their life, because that's very important. And it's not. This just reminds me of a Twitter post I saw the other day, and it was something like, your friends that haven't spoken to you in like 3 weeks, they're not ignoring you. They're just working. Like, I don't give a fuck if they're working or not. Like, it takes 30 seconds to send me a text message and be like, hey, I'm not ignoring you. You know, like, I'm just busy right now. You know what I mean? Like, just say, like, I'll reply in a week or two and then fucking leave, all right? Like, it's not that hard to communicate. Like, I just feel like this person probably has done something like that to you, for some of you. And maybe you got sick of it and that's why you left. And now this person's like, okay, like, I realize now if I want this person in my life, I'm going to have to balance them. I'm going to have to include them. We also have Ace of Spells here, okay? So this is the same as Ace of Wands. And I feel like they really want to rekindle a relationship with you. They really want something new with you. They want to create something new with you, but they know they have to carry the torch and they know they're going to have to light it. So whether or not they're ready to do that, it's going to be up to the person individually, and you'll just have to talk about it. But again, we have Eight of Boons here, which is like Eight of Pentacles, all right? So they really want to like work it out with you. They want to manifest something a lot better with you. They want like a much better relationship. They really want to work towards that. They want to put the work in, and I think they have a lot of self-work that they need to do as well, okay? So we also have a Child of Visions here, and to me this is like, I don't know if you can tell in the card, but it's raining and she's running through the rain and she's really happy. So I get two different messages from this, okay? If you come forward, I feel like they're probably going to be very happy and they're like, oh my God, the storm is clearing. Like, even, I feel like they may have been struggling in life recently and it's just been very difficult for them. But once they see you, they're just going to cheer up so much, even if it's still raining on them. They're going to be so happy and they're just going to be like, oh my God, like, you're here, like, finally, like, I missed you so much. The other message I'm getting is, like, again, I feel like they're playing on social media, like they're acting like everything is fine, even though it's not, because, you know, the girl is looking very happy and excited about running through the rain. Like, I feel like they're just presenting themselves as being happier than they really are. But we have Seeker of Challenges here, okay? So even though this person wants all of this, I still feel like they're still gonna be guarded about it. They're not quite sure. I think they're expecting some sort of combat, or they're still having some sort of mental combat. And so, like, again, this is kind of similar to like pile number one, in which I don't think they're going to accept everything right away. I think they're going to need to think about it. They're going to pull away for a little bit. So it might be like, you know, you both reconcile and then you don't talk for like a month or something like that. Of course, this is just their energy right now, so that can always change in the future. Let's look at their other cards. Oh, my neck hurts. Yeah, okay. So we have no place like home in reverse. I think they felt very at home with you. They felt very comfortable with you. They felt like they can be themselves around you. And you kind of uprooted them a little bit. Like, when this no contact happened, I feel like they felt kind of homeless almost. Like, they felt very alone. They felt very cold. And again, it's just like this kind of energy where they're like surrounded by so many people, but they feel like they don't belong. They feel like they don't fit in. Like, they just felt like they could be their true authentic selves around you. And they've been feeling kind of like sad and like almost homeless for a while because of it. They really do want to mend something with you. They want to create something much better, much more beautiful. Like, they're willing to work for it, and they have a lot of love for you guys. Okay, they have a lot of love here with Treasure Island. So I don't know if you can tell, it's starting to get dark right now, but there's stars and hearts and money in the treasure chest. So like, when you're with this person, like, they feel like they gain a lot of abundance. They feel like they gain a lot of love, and they have a lot of love for you as well. And they want to share their abundance with you. Okay, so this is going to be in their head once you approach them, but there's just still something holding this person back, and I don't know what it is, because it's not really presenting itself other than this this swords card down here with the snake. I feel like they're just kind of holding themselves back for some reason. Like, maybe they're afraid to get hurt again, or they don't really want to take responsibility. Like, they know what they want to do. They know that they need to put the work into the relationship, and they really want to, but I'm not sure like why they're like kind of stalling a little bit. And I say this because we have a change in the wind. Okay, so a change in the wind is like a very positive card. It's like knowing that things are going to change, that things are going to be wonderful. And so I feel like this is just telling me like this person doesn't know if they can change. They don't know if they can fulfill what you want, or give you what you want or deserve. Like, they really want to, but they just don't know if they have the capacity or the ability to do that. But I feel like they understand that they need to, you know what I mean? Okay, so we have Gemini here, I think. So you could be dealing with a Gemini. They may have Gemini in their chart. It doesn't necessarily have to be sun. It could be moon, rising, Mars, Venus, all that jazz. But because we have I think here, I feel like this person has been thinking about you quite a bit. They've been dreaming about you. And I feel like they've been kind of going back and forth about what to do about the relationship, and that's why they haven't come forward yet. Like, they really haven't made a decision about it quite yet. But I feel like you really kind of started like some sort of revolution in their life, because we literally have evolution. Like, I feel like you kind of started some sort of personal growth, and that's why this needed to happen in their life, because they weren't growing on their own. So I feel like, honestly, this is probably more of a lesson for them, because I feel like you two must have been really close, honestly. And they're starting to realize they need to change these things. And honestly, it's probably scaring them a little bit. They're probably hiding from it, which is why I feel like we got the Swords card, and why we have the change of the wind in reverse. Like, this person, they're reluctant to change themselves, okay? Or they don't know if they can change, or change is scaring them. One of those. But we also have Leo, which is I will, okay? So I feel like this person is, even though like they're struggling with it right now, They're having a hard time with it. I feel like they are very dedicated to figuring things out. And especially with this mending card here, I feel like they really do want to reconnect with you eventually in the future. But they're just trying to figure themselves out right now, and they know they'll get there eventually, but they need some more time to figure it out, okay? So they also might have Leo in their chart as well, or just some sort of Leo energy, but not for all of you. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. So please leave a comment down below and tell me what you think. It means a lot to me to hear your guys's stories and opinions and things like that. I really love it. Also, please keep in mind, I do have personalized readings, okay? So if you would like one, please email me down below and I will send you my tarot rates. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye-bye. Hello to those of you who picked pile number 3, which is this little cutout corgi guy. I don't think he's gonna stay up here. Let's see how your person will react if you reached out to them. Also, I'm sorry, it's gonna start getting dark here. I want to use as much natural light as possible, so I will turn on the overhead light later if it gets too dark to see the cards, okay? Let me look at these real quick. Okay. To be frank, right out of the batting cage. That's the thing, right? Right out of the batting cage. Right off the bat. God, what I said was just the stupidest thing. Okay, right off the bat, feel free to roast me in the comments. Honestly, I'm gonna let you know, I don't think this person wants you to contact them. Okay, so to begin with, we have a Page of Swords. We also have 4 of Pentacles. We have 6 of Pentacles in reverse. We have a 5 of Wands in reverse. We have Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And we have Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So first of all, there's a lot of Pentacles energy, which to me is like building stability, building family, gaining abundance, working on yourself, things like that. And so right off the bat, this just tells me like they're not willing to work on something with you. They're not willing to work on some sort of stability with you. With Page of Swords here, I feel like they are probably gonna kind of come at you if you try to talk to them. Like, they're mad. They want this relationship to end, honestly. They feel like something was taken or stolen from them with this card. So now they're going to be extremely cold towards you. They feel like you owe them something. And if you try to like come at them, they're going to like demand it. Like, you give me this, and then like that's it. Honestly, I don't think they want a relationship at all at the moment. Okay, this is just their energy right now. All right, so don't get mad at me if this is not what you want to hear. Okay, like, it can always change. Like, you can just wait like a week or a month or even just a few days. It could be different. But at the moment, they still feel very upset about it. They still feel very closed off. They're going to give you the cold shoulder. They're going to be kind of detached. If you try to speak to them, they're going to be very cold. They might even be mean. Here with the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like they thought like the relationship was not balanced at all. They didn't feel like you returned something. Actually, here with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, they feel like they gave a lot to you and you just did not return it. Whether that's true or not, Like, it doesn't matter if you think it's true or not, because this is just this person's thoughts and their feelings, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean that is the reality of the situation. That is just how they're feeling, okay? And if you come forward, they're going to be they're not going to be nice to you, for sure. They're not going to be understanding. They're not going to be loving. They're just going to like kind of shut you down a little bit, I feel like. Like, they don't want any kind of stability with you. They feel like there was no stability, and that's probably why this relationship ended. And they're like, that's it, that's done. Like, they feel like they put too much into the relationship and they didn't get anything out of it. Here with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, they feel like they just didn't get anything out of it, and they're really upset about it. They're really mad about it. And they kind of want you to like pay for it almost. Like, they're like, oh, you're feeling sad without me when you deserve it. You know what I mean? We have 5 of Wands in reverse here. And so upright, to me, like, this is, I personally feel like this is kind of like restraining yourself, okay? And in reverse, I sort of feel like this person literally thinks that they're like getting rid of the snake out of their life almost. Like, and I don't mean to offend you, honestly. Like, they're just really upset right now. Doesn't mean they're going to be forever, okay? And we all think, like, especially if wounds are very new, or like we haven't ever found, like, we just never got any closure. Oftentimes we become really bitter about it, or we think about it a lot, or we blame the other person, or we just get really mad, and that could be what's going on here. But either way, like, this person just, like, you know, they're feeling very closed off, like, and they're just blaming you for it, honestly. Like, they're blaming you right now. So if you come towards them, I feel like you're just gonna kind of like make them even more angry. They're gonna be like, how dare you? Also, with this card, I feel like this is probably the person that ended it. This is probably the person that cut off contact. And maybe they didn't even tell you why. Maybe they just ghosted you. These cards are like a completely different energy. What the heck? Okay, you know what? I think the universe is telling you, like, it's not time yet to reach out to this person, okay? Because we have the Enchanter's Wheel. All right, so what has happened to you and this person? Like, it was divinely guided. The universe is letting you know that, like, things will work out on its own time as well, because I feel like the universe will bring this person back to you by looking at these cards. But right now is not the time to reach out to this person. If you reach out to them at a different date, at a later date, then things are going to go much, much better for you, okay? This person isn't going to be as angry anymore. They're not going to be as cold. I feel like their heart space is going to have healed some more, so they're going to be more open towards your advances. Sorry if you see me like shrugging my shoulders. Like, I slept on my neck wrong last night and it hurts so bad, especially now that I'm looking at these cards. But we have Seeker of Boons here, okay? So I feel like the truth will come out, and you both will reconcile and kind of seek out a better relationship with each other. Because we also have Seeker of Spells here, okay? So I feel like these are 2 women that are looking for truths, that are looking for something to enrich their lives. And, like, this card reminds me of, like, you know, in, like, the fantasy movies and the TV shows, when somebody's dying and like, somebody else needs to go find, like, a rare plant, and it's like a 10-day journey or something like that. Like, I feel like that's, like, the energy of this card, okay? So you're going to feel like it's going to be a very difficult journey, waiting to speak to this person, waiting to reach out to this person. But once you get to the point where you should reach out to them, like, the universe will let you know, okay? I don't know. I don't think they're going to reach out to you, honestly. But I think you're going to reach out to them. And, like, the universe is telling you, like, just wait a little bit longer. Just keep flowing on your journey. And when it's time, we'll let you know. And when it finally happens, it's going to be so much more enriching, okay? It's going to be so much better. And I feel like this person is going to reunite with you. They're going to reunite with your family. They're going to reunite with your friends. You guys are going to have a very wonderful time together. Things are going to be like the old times, except better. You know, like I feel like this is literally just going to make the connection like 300 more times better. You all are going to have so much more fun. If this is somebody in your friend group, then I feel like your friends are going to be very happy. If this is somebody that your family knows, your family's going to be very happy. If it's just the both of you, then I feel like the both of you are going to create like a very nice community, and you two are going to make friends together with other people in the future. And I think it's just going to be very beautiful for you guys, okay? But you need to wait. You need to wait. Yeah, like this person right now, like they're just so hurt. They're so hurt right now. They're just trying to heal themselves, okay? Now, whether it doesn't matter like who's to blame or if it was both of you guys, like this person is just really, really hurt. And they're just kind of angry in their own head. You guys might have been attracted to pile number 2 as a little bit similar to this, but you know, I feel like they're just trying to heal. They're trying to do their healing, especially with peace here. They're trying to find their inner peace, okay? They're trying to figure out how to love themselves. They're trying to figure out how to be by themselves. They're trying to figure out how to meet new people, invite new people into their lives. But I really think like they're trying to find their 9 of Pentacles moment. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to find their independence and their own abundance. And they're trying to just become very self-sufficient. And I think that's going to help them a lot. And it's going to help them in their future relationships as well. But we had the fates in reverse, okay? So again, I feel like this is just a message for you. Like it's not time. All right? You can shoot your shot early, but it's not going to work out. It might even make things a little worse. But, you know, like, I feel like even if you did come forward, like, too early, you know, it might kind of torture this person a little bit. Like, they might keep it in their head, and go back and forth. And it might kind of, like, honestly, like, delay their progress a little bit. Of course, like, it doesn't mean, like, it's going to be your fault because this is, like, all this person. Like, what's going on with this person. But, you know, I think what you really need to do... So I feel like most of you are probably just asking just to ask. Honestly. Like, I don't think a lot of you are planning to go forward quite yet. And if you are planning to go forward, then I do recommend that you, like, take a step back and really, like, focus on your intuition. Like, is your intuition telling you it's time to go forward? Or is it your intuition asking you to wait, okay? Because your heart and your mind don't always listen to your intuition. Your heart is not the same as your intuition either, okay? So you could miss this person in your heart space, and you could think in your mind that you want them back. It doesn't necessarily mean it's time to get them back yet. You know what I mean? So let's look at your final cards. Okay, so we have both Scorpio and Pisces here, so there's a lot of water energy. This person may have a lot of water in their chart, or you may have a lot of water in your chart. But first of all, like, there's some other stuff like going on behind the scenes with this person that you do not know about, that they just did not tell you about. There's some deeper stuff. Like, I feel like they're dealing with a lot of emotional stuff that just... So it's either like emotional stuff that came with the end of this relationship, or it's just like emotional stuff at home or at work. Like, they're just really struggling right now, but they're really trying to transform themselves right now. They're working really hard on themselves. They're having a hard time with it. I feel like they're struggling a little bit, but they're fighting. They're really fighting. And they're trying to gain a better future for themselves, you know, because we have I believe here. They're trying to manifest something much better for themselves. They're trying to stay positive. Even though, like, they're having this negative mindset towards you right now, I feel like they're still positive about the relationship as a general, okay? Like, I know that's very conflicting information, but like, you can be mad at somebody and just be like, well, I know that I'm gonna be friends with them later on. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's just kind of how like this person is feeling right now. Also, I feel like they're trying to stay very positive in their life and they're trying to move forward on their own. And, you know, I feel like perhaps this person has had a very difficult time, or they've had a very difficult life, and they're trying to stay positive that their life will improve, that they'll manifest something really good. But they do really want you in your life because they feel like you benefit their life a lot. They benefit by being around you. I don't mean that in like they're going to use you for your money or whatever, but I just feel like they really love your relationship. They really value your friendship. And even though this has happened, you know, I feel like they understand how much worth you bring to their life, or how much you're worth in general. And they still respect that. I feel like they really do. Right now, they're just like not really in a space where they can accept such a thing. And I feel like it's just going to trigger their anger. All right. Okay, so if you enjoyed this message, please let me know down in the comments what you thought. I really love hearing what you guys say in your stories and things like that. Again, this is just a general reading. If you would like a personalized reading, my email is down below, okay? I might not email you back right away. Please don't get scared if I don't. I have a lot of people asking for personal readings right now. So I will try to get back to you as soon as I can, and we'll get back to you within 48 hours. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.